All right, we are live. All right, welcome everybody to the Finance Committee meeting of the Indian Wells Valley Water District. Today's August 25th, 2025, and officially calling the meeting to order at 3 p.m. So with that, I'll see if there's any public or committee comments. I know that's Susan, yeah. I guess not. All right, nothing, no comment there. Fraud risk discussion,
We have nothing to report.
which is always good news. I'll worry about the time we say, I got something to say. All right, on to the Groundwater Authority imported water costs. Same thing?
I don't think anything's changed from the last time.
Yeah.
If George makes it back in time, we can revisit this item, but as of right now, we have no new.
We talked about coming up with some idea that we could present to our ratepayers about what's happened to our $14 million so far. I don't know how you want to do something on that, but short and simple, people are saying, where's our 14 million?
Yeah.
I'd like to say, well, it went here, here, and there, and,
Right. As soon as they release their audit, I mean, it's for a couple years ago, but I can give you more information at that time.
yeah, once you get to 2023 audit, that'll get you pretty close.
Yeah.
And for 2024, maybe you can extrapolate or something, I don't know, or just send a list of questions to Susan.
Yeah.
Not Susan, but who's their general manager?
But
Carol, that's right,
Yeah.
Carol. Send a question there to here, because it'd be nice if we could say to our people, here's where your money went so far. Because people are asking, where's our,
Oh, yeah.
they're
No,
reading more
I
and
get-
more, they're reading more.
That's what people are interested in is,
Yeah, where's my
what did you
money?
do with all my money?
Yeah, where's my money?
right.
Ty, did you say that we're actually hoping to get a GA audit? soon?
That's the rumor, that there's their 2023 should be released anytime now.
She's,
Wow.
at the meeting last month, which was Wednesday, the Wednesday of the GA meeting,
Yeah.
she said it'd be 1 week, one or 2 weeks. So I interpret that as 1 or 2 months. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they have it in the packet for their next meeting. We'll see.
I'll hold my breath.
Ron, do you by chance know, since you keep up with it better than I do, have they restarted their NEPA work yet?
According to George yesterday, he said they're restarting it again, but they're using all the old information. They have to redo the whole thing, but they still have to have public comment sections and everything else. But all the information, they're reusing everything. And I made the inquiry that I hope they're not showing the pipeline hooking to our system, because it's not going to. That depends on how they present the NEPA. But they claim didn't he say 4 months away before they can go with public hearing? Did he mention
I
4 to
think
6
so,
months or something like
yeah.
that? That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, well, they're gonna need money for that too, because
Oh, yeah.
I think they spent all their money.
I don't know if they have, but they're going to have to take it from somewhere, so I'm not sure where they're getting it from. It'll probably be water purchase, I'm sure. What should I say? All right. That's all I have to say about that. I mean, I know that people are getting more interested in the cost of the pipeline versus, how much are they paying, how much is water going to cost, where it's coming, all those things are beginning to get asked more now that things are coming out in the open, especially at City Hall. So we'll see what happens with it. All right. Anything else? Questions? All right. Financial statements. Explain yourself. I'm confused on this one.
You're confused. Okay. This is July, so one month of the
One
fiscal
month.
year.
Right.
We have a column for the 2026 budget in whole.
Okay.
We got a column of what we anticipate the year-to-date budget being,
Right.
and then we have the actuals.
That's where I'm confused. That actual is so large.
Okay, so as of right now, revenue of $2 million. I have not done the accrual for June.
So a lot of that's going to accrue back to June.
Yeah, last year it was approximately 1 million that went back.
Okay.
So we'll probably be around that target again.
Okay.
We just closed up July, so I can start working on that accrual now.
Okay.
So you'll see that updated next month. I'll also bring back the 2025.
Final,
Right.
or as close to the final as you
As
can
close
be.
to the final as
Yeah.
without the audit. Yep.
Okay.
Now the expenditures, these are the accurate expenditures. We're at 816,000. A little below budget at this time, which is good.
Why is zero GA that first month?
Because the payment made in July was accrued for last year. We can pay it out of last year.
Okay.
It's easier to do the expenditures right off the bat
Okay.
than it is the revenue.
Okay, all right.
So we have not made a payment for the July pumping yet.
And speaking of, have we gotten all of our credit back?
No, we have about 6 months left.
About 6 months left of
Yep.
credit, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So as of right now, it's a net positive 1.2 million. As I said, probably $1 million will go back. So we're looking around $250,000 positive.
Okay. By the time you get everything accrued over and, all right. Well, it's a good start for the beginning of the year.
I actually tried to go through and look at what the year-to-date budget ought to be. And I got a number significantly higher than what Ty has, actually closer to the actual. So it'll be interesting when we see next month where it all shakes out.
Yeah.
Yeah, all my numbers are based on historical. So
Expenses are pretty much going to stay the same. But it's what it is. It's on all the accruals you did for revenues that
Right.
have to move over to June.
exactly.
Okay.
So we have a little bit of capital expenditures, not much, 60,000. 22 of that, I believe, is funded through the grants. It'd be like the Rademacher and
Right.
area. Debt service principal 93,000. And then total paid to the GA to date, $17,882,501.
This is why people are beginning to ask. It's such a big number now. People want to know, where's my money?
Oh, I think that's where we see a lot of interest
Yeah.
these days after the replenishment fee went above 10 million.
Yeah.
It really caught people's attention.
Attention, yeah. Like, where's my money? All right. Let's see, I don't have any questions on this, but I need to make a note real quick here. Grants. Mirage. Okay, I don't have any questions on this particular sheet. I'm sort of anxious to see next month when things start to fold out a little bit. It's always this way though, at this, yeah,
Every year.
yeah.
And are we still on track to give an update on last year's at our next meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's his plan. So basically, you'll see a revenue versus.
They kind of
expense.
work together.
Yeah, you'll see a revenue versus expense for the sort of the last of June, end of June.
Yep.
Which with all the accruals will be on it, so we'll get a real good idea where we are.
Oh, I'll apologize for being late. I got a last minute switch on my eye doctor appointment I was overdue with, and they let me come in, so
All right.
just finished in time. I can still see.
Did they dilate your eyes?
No, they did
Oh,
not.
okay, so you should be fine.
Haircut?
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I needed one badly.
okay.
Not at the eye doctor,
A
though.
summer cut.
Yeah, I know. All right, I don't have any other questions there. Anything? Anybody? Nobody online? All right. With that, then we'll move on to the accounts payable disbursements. I do have sort of a couple questions here because, let's see. On the very first sheet, not the very first sheet where you lay out the prepaid accounts payable, because that's payroll taxes, employer contract, that's everything. So that's pretty much fixed. You're not going to change much of that.
Right.
On the accounts payable following that, the only one that catches my eye is this special risk assessment. That's our liability insurance, is it not? The $575,000?
That is,
Wow,
we pay that once a year.
right.
Yeah.
It's
But-
really increased.
Yeah, and that we had counted for that in the budget.
Right.
I told you it was going up and it sure did.
Makes me look forward to my house insurance.
Yeah.
What's happening
If you
in
can get house insurance these
Yeah.
days, my goodness,
in California?
it's tough.
So is that real insurance? Insurance?
Yeah,
I mean,
It's
it's
just another.
liability insurance
Yeah.
and comprehensive and
This
everything.
is, yeah, liability and property insurance. Yep.
Wow. Yeah, it's a big number.
oh jeez, yeah.
Huge.
And how do they,
Worth
how do they,
mentioning, we are filing a claim. Is that correct?
We are filing a claim for the solar fields.
for solar fields?
So the insurance is going to pay us a little bit back. We're not
Yeah.
excited about that. It doesn't help in a lot of ways, but you know, we're hoping to get the insurance to reimburse us for the theft damage of the copper at our solar fields,
Oh, yes.
It's something out of it.
which is why you pay insurance. Hopefully.
Is this based on assets or is it based on,
Yeah, we do have an asset list that we update with
and
them.
that's what they use as well as I'm sure your accounts payable or whatever, something like that? Because I'm sure they're looking at number of clients and
Yep.
how many people you visit and things like that. Okay, I was
Risk
just curious how to
factor.
come up with that number.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, that was a large payment.
Mhm.
Is it this time of the year, every year?
Every year, yep.
Okay. And the Aqua, one of the first page, 82,000 for Aqua JPI, that's insurance,
That's the employee's health insurance.
health insurance, yeah,
Yeah, so that's offset by what we
right.
collect.
And I don't think I see,
Is the waste management of Antelope Valley, what? On page 2, the last item,
Yeah, that's our trash service.
trash?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, that's right, that's who they are now, the Waste Management of Antelope Valley. Yeah, that's right. Okay,
But still a big number.
yeah. Well, for waste management, the $477?
Yeah, that's trash and it's our porta potty.
Okay.
Oh,
Like,
includes.
Don't you just put a tent up and let them go?
We do not. John wanted to. I said, no, this is one we have
Good,
to
yeah,
spend money
gotta-
on.
All above board, state law. Good thinking, John. Yeah. All right, so on to the last 2 pages. There was something, there's the Aqua again.
What's the current county auditor controller for? 10,000.
No, Kern County Audit Controller, that's,
Is it 10,000?
Yeah.
That's what we pay ourselves into our piggy bank.
yeah, that's our,
Okay.
that's our piggy bank, yeah.
Okay, I was like,
That's for the future source of supply.
oh, okay, that's an odd name to give it, but okay.
To say, what are they paying on in interest?
I can't remember. It's
10%? I'm just kidding.
just 10%. Yeah, it's probably
1.2.
around 2%.
2%, yeah. That's our piggy bank.
They pay better than Leif, so.
Gosh, Alta One pays better than that.
Let's see. Napa.
I've got no questions on page 4.
No, I don't either. Obviously, the lawyers are on there, but lawyers are lawyers.
Second page 1.
Who's this Ron Kosinski guy?
I'll cancel that check if you want.
Yeah,
Boy,
that's all that
All that
eating,
travel.
all that travel and eating
Yeah.
food up there, yeah.
so if you get that, if you work that out by the hour, you're making like 13 cents?
Yeah, so it's just the joy of being there.
Go.
Sacramento just brings shivers to my spine. I don't
Wow.
see,
Don't tell David, you got like $3 more than him.
I know. Aqua again. And CalPERS payment is that? How often is the CalPERS payment? Is that
Sorry,
monthly?
that's monthly.
It's monthly,
Yeah.
yeah. KP. Oh, there's that streamlined software. I think Chris had something to do with that one.
Yeah, that's once a year.
Oh.
That's our website, isn't it?
Yeah. Who does our website? Who does all the updates? Are you still doing it, Renee, or?
Myself, Lauren and Amber,
Yeah,
we can all post.
I like it. It's professional looking.
Yeah, but Streamline is the one that put it all
Put it all
together.
together. Okay,
And their program makes it easy for us to go in and add and change stuff, so.
great.
And they have really good customer service. In case we have any issues, they're on it right away helping.
Yeah, we did sort of a review and there were some things we thought would be made easier to find, and they were super supportive of, you know, making the tweaks that we requested, so, and staff
don't-
was really good at working.
Stan, unless you see something, I mean, there are a couple, it's a high payment month, there's no doubt about it, but that insurance really,
That's what did it, yep.
yeah, the insurance really threw it up there. Yeah. Or state 5. Nope, looks fine to me. If it's okay
I
with,
have no more questions.
no problem. So, we want to make, we want to agree, we make a recommendation to pay the bills?
Oh, yeah, I recommend that we,
Okay.
I suggest we recommend.
Yeah, we'll suggest it, we'll suggest to the board to go ahead and pay the bills.
Yeah.
Pay the bills that have already been paid.
Yeah, I remember at the city, they call it the city is the man warrant register, aren't they? And sometimes they'd get behind on it, because I know I used to be involved with getting paid by them, and if they missed a week or something, because they couldn't do anything till the city council approved it, right?
Yeah, oh, well,
Yeah,
that was probably before my time.
yeah, I don't know, might have been you, no.
We ratified it when I was
Yeah,
there.
it was, yeah, beforehand. All right, I don't have anything else on that, so we're already down to future agenda items.
I just want to say that to this group, in the regular board meeting, you'll see a presentation by Chris on some new cameras that we're testing out. So we had that theft issue at
Right.
the
Yeah. Uh-huh.
various well sites. And we're taking sort of a multi-pronged exploratory approach. So we rented a camera and a trailer with a big light on it, and we're trying, that's been relatively successful. Chris has found some options of some, install a pole, put a camera on it. They're unbelievable, high-quality cameras that zoom in on people who are walking around. You'll see that in the board meeting. I think engineering has researched some higher security fences. It was engineering, right, Renee? And so what you're going to see is a sort of a little bit of a smorgasbord of some of the different security options we're exploring. We're not sure we have money in full to pay for all this stuff this year, but there will be some sort of like, as we proactively look out at the future and our attempts to mitigate the significant losses that we incurred from these thefts, you're going to see some different options. And if the board would like a more full presentation next month, think about that at the board meeting, when you're just going to sort of see these are some of the things we're looking at and what they might cost. And then if you guys want a more full presentation, we can do it here or in the September board meeting. But it's us trying to find our way forward in a security world.
I think we just do it at the board meeting. I wouldn't make it real long or lengthy. Do you know the total loss that we incurred?
So the quote for repair is $108,000.
108, and we don't know what we're getting back insurance-wide, but
We don't know yet. We put 125 into the capital budget, so
call it 100,000 loss.
yeah, we'll see what, they came out today, the adjuster, to look at the
Okay.
sites. So I imagine we'll be hearing pretty soon what their determination is on that.
Okay.
And you'll see cameras that, $7,000 to buy them and a few $100s to keep them, or fences that
Who's
are.
providing the junkyard dog? Is that you, John? We need a junkyard dog there in each one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feed them raw meat. Yeah.
So you'll get to see that we're doing our best.
Yeah. And how many areas will we have to cover if this is done? I know we can ask this later, but I'm curious.
Chris, how many places did you have? 20.
20.
But that includes all of the sites we have.
Okay.
The
Well
boosters, the
sites.
tanks.
Oh, well
the
sites and
ones
everything.
Tanks, pump houses.
Okay. Not just the solar power.
No, that we had 3 sites hit with the theft.
Just theft and vandalism.
So those are kind of the ones we want to focus on first.
Right.
That and well 35, because that's the newest solar array,
Right.
but it hasn't been hit yet, so.
And the approach is going to be to
Okay.
install different options at different areas and like, see how successful they are and how well they work, and then make our permanent investment as we move forward. But,
Right.
good for the board to know.
I don't see a reason they just can't bring it to the board. I wouldn't expect a real long discussion,
Oh,
just a
yeah.
just a short
you know, I-
presentation.
I would think that it'd be, some of them, wells should be more vulnerable than
Yeah.
others.
Yeah.
Like the one that's next to my house,
We saw you out there with that hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's where he is, yeah.
Up by Bell Vista.
Yeah. Mhm.
I wouldn't think that most people would dare to go up there. I mean, it's so isolated.
I wouldn't put past any of them
Yeah.
for any
But
reason.
on the other hand, 34 and 35 are isolated and are vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because they're
In my mind,
accessible.
they're sort of out there where there's nobody around.
Yeah.
And,
I think the way I see it happening is a short presentation to the board, get some input from them, and then eventually you'll come back with something in this committee saying, here's what we want to do and what it's going to cost.
yeah,
And we'll see.
with
Yeah.
options of
Yeah, what are the options they're looking at?
You know, how many wells do we do on phase one? And is it financially beneficial to break it up into phase one and two, or phase one, two, and three?
You said nothing's budgeted this year.
Well, as, we have the 125 that we budgeted for repairs. So
Okay.
anything not used, if whatever insurance covers, that gives us some to work with.
Oh,
this
okay, so you
year.
budgeted repairs in, so, okay, so
Yeah.
that's
That would-
something to do phase one, I guess you can call it, yeah.
Yeah, so that might buy us a few cameras or
Yeah.
a fence at a critical site
Okay.
or, the rental of one of these sites. So, we're just trying to figure it out. And we just want the board to be aware that we're proactively working on it and there are, pros
You,
and
you
cons.
missed your chance to buy Biden's border wall for a penny on the dollar. It was less than that. You could have bought those sections for like $6.
And if we thought our contractor was getting complaints about the desert, wait till you put that wall up in the middle of the desert.
Does the sheriff actually have any local people now? It seems to me
I don't
that they
know.
gave up.
Don, can you speak to response time of the sheriff?
Versus locals, but when it comes to vandalism like that, no. It's not a high priority issue to them. It's not an active scene.
Okay, well, but if we saw somebody on a camera and we could report it and call it in, do they have enough people that they
So
could
that's
send
the
somebody
tricky
out?
part. That's hit and miss. Depends what it is. I was down at the sheriff's station for over an hour last week, trying to just even get a report that we filed from previous vandalism. And just to get that was kind of difficult. Wasn't even successful getting the full report. I could get a portion, let you know that we did file a report, but their response was actually, come in the following visit. There's not enough out here right now.
Hopefully the cameras are
Cameras
going to be good enough that if there's a vehicle there, you can see with the vehicle and they can use that flock system if you can see that, yeah. Yeah.
You'd be amazed. They zoom in as we've had people, Chris did a test where he walked by and you'll see him in video, like walking by and the camera's zooming in on him. You can clearly tell who it is.
All right. I'll look forward to that. So I don't know if there's any need to put this as a future agenda item. I think I'd get it into the board first as a basic presentation and I would recommend, and you bring back your options to us to talk about how we're going to pay for it and phase it out. I think it's a good idea. The other thing I was going to ask too, and I mentioned this to Ty, are we actively should we actively be looking for any kind of grant money or that's available for the La Mirage project especially? Yeah,
Yeah, it is on my to-do list to discuss with our current state grant project manager.
okay.
Because she had mentioned to me in the past that once we have a contract with the state and we have kind of active grants going, that some other pot of funds can open up for things like that. So
Okay.
I need to talk to her again about that and see if we can get that process
And
started.
George, I don't think we want to put Brenda on this yet until we get through this legislation, which should be soon. But it may be something we can talk to our lobbyist that's up there to say, so she may have access to things we don't even know about.
Yeah, there was
Yeah,
I got an email, I believe it was, I'm not going to get the proposition number right, Proposition 41, Proposition 4, but there was some water infrastructure funding. What the state is deciding now is how much money might be put into that program and available for grants. I've already had some email discussions with KP Consulting
Good.
about having them chase some grant funding down.
Good.
And she says that's within their scope and things that they do.
Great.
So like they're prepped, but the job one is still 1413.
cool. Yeah, exactly. Which, I assume about 4 or 6 more weeks on that. We'll know where we stand with those.
Yeah.
Got my fingers crossed. So great. So yeah, because I don't know any other way to do La Mirage
Yeah, I've
except
got-
like that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I have a question regarding, remember, we're working with DWR and Inyokern on our 6-month effort. Have we got far enough to know what the financial issues are?
I'll just say that Inyokern sent out, we're aware that they sent out bills to many, many of their customers, trying to collect what they call some sort of back fees. We're not sure what they were. They might be taxes, they might be water bills. And they've had a bit of a revolt out there in Inyokern. Lots of Many, many calls to the county supervisor about whether it's legal, many calls to us, which we referred to the county supervisor. I talked to Philip Peters, one of his staff, and they said, yes, lots of people in Inyo Kern, and absolutely nothing on the front of setting up a meeting. So
Okay.
no, going nowhere fast, and I don't think they did themselves any favor sending these letters out. And we are, it, there are people out in Inyo Kern who are saying things that are patently untrue about the water district. If the water district and us consolidate, your water bill is going to be $500 a month. And we do need to be cognizant that those sort of things are being said about the water district.
Well, but I do understand that there are a number of people in Inyo Kern, the CSD, where people haven't paid for many months.
Yeah.
And assuming we go through with this, and I don't see any way we can get out of it based upon DWR's attitude, they have to understand when we send them a bill, they've got to pay it.
Yeah, that, I thought about that too. It worried me that, yeah, once we do get hooked up over there and are seeing some regular bills, and most of them will probably be, I'm sure most of them are going to be the 3/4 inch meter, and they're going to be a standard amount. You know, there are not a lot of homes out there. So what's the average bill with that? About $57?
So I just finished doing this project for George.
Yeah.
Haven't given it to him yet, but in the summertime, the average 3/4 inch residential customer uses 16 HCF,
Yeah.
which is coming in around, $95.
Yeah,
During the winter time, it's down to 10,
right.
so you're right around $80.
Yeah. And I said, what George is trying to do, Stan, is get prepared to give some real numbers to the Inyo Kern residents, so they're not spreading rumors. It's going to be $500 or $600, about their cost. But one thing I think that,
Sure that people haven't
Yeah.
been given the wrong impression.
I,
But in the
Yeah.
past, there were people complaining when they raised their fees to $30
yeah.
Yeah.
a month. So
My understanding is currently they have a flat rate of $111 a
Yeah.
month for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
So-
and that includes sewer.
It's, I don't know where.
No, sewer is collected on property taxes, and this may be some of the thing, we believe this may be some of the things they're going after in these letters. APNs that were not on the tax rolls, that maybe didn't pay their sewer assessment or their lighting assessment, because those two functions are fenced money. The sewer money is supposed to be collected by the taxes and only used for the sewer. The lighting money is supposed to be collected for lighting only, and I believe it's given to Edison. But we,
Enterprise fund,
yeah, so.
I mean, that makes sense.
But one thing, I know that George is on it, I know Ty's going to be on it, everybody that's talking to DWR understands that we cannot use our ratepayers' money to do any of this. It's gonna,
Yeah.
money to get them up to par and get them in place has got to come from the state.
Hey, Ron,
Yes.
can I just clarify one thing? It's the State Water Resources.
I'm sorry, state, I keep
Board.
saying DWR.
Yeah, it's not DWR at all.
It's, I've to refer to them as the
The Division of Drinking
drinking water.
Yes.
I'll say
Mhm.
drinking, I'll keep thinking drinking water. You're right. You correct me, and I always do, because first time DWR just rolls off the tongue. But you're right.
And it's important for us to recognize too, that as we go through this process, they have a wastewater system out there that's failing equally as badly as their water system, but there's no one from the state has come up and said,
No.
you need to consolidate that, and/or we're going to bring money to fix that. So we do not want to be saddled with a wastewater treatment system for which there's nothing we could do.
Right.
I mean, we need to be careful about that, because that is a separate entity. They
Right.
do collect money on that, and, the drinking water people have been clear, we might force hopefully a coordinated consolidation between us and them, but the wastewater and the lights are still sort of a different
So the
question.
main thing's the water right now.
It is.
And have we had any calls from them? Any
No.
problems this summer so far? I see some,
Nurse helping with services,
Yeah.
yes. We've had a couple the past month.
yeah,
They gave it their best effort. Kudos to them. They tried. Their pump couldn't keep up with it, and they couldn't shut down the main. So we went out there. They were right at actually the shut off on the main. So we shut it off, went out there and made the repair.
okay.
And there was another call where it was under the road, or they thought it was under the road, but it was right up under the edge to where
Yeah.
we could go out there with our equipment and fix it in a timely fashion.
So we're still helping them out.
Very little, and they, like I said, it's only been two, so They've made their effort, you
Do
know.
they have one field person now?
They had two.
Two?
They had a license and then a helper. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll just see, basically what we're saying, Stan, and we mentioned this yesterday, is that the ball's in their court right now.
Mm,
And I suspect that the 6 months is going to elapse
oh,
because they haven't talked to us, they haven't set up meetings, there's not a lot going on. Yeah.
but then I guess the question in my mind would be, would, is it the Department of Drinking Water, DDW, are they going to give us time to put together a project before they start making demands on us that we can't support?
I think Renee agreed with me, it could be a 3 to 5 year project by the time, because what they've asked us to do, I don't know if they've asked us yet, but I suspect what they're going to ask us, they're going to say, okay, because there's two ways to get water out there. One is just a straight shot, another one is to loop an area where you can pick up some of the other mutuals if you have to. They're leaning in that direction, but it's all going to, and they'll be closely involved, obviously, with the engineering and design, and because they'll be paying for all that and installing it all. So that hasn't been, nothing that's been decided yet. I think they're just waiting till Inyakern says, yeah, we were ready to go. And until then, I don't think anything's going to happen.
So as our ad hoc group met,
No, they have not. They know they're available to them, right?
reason to meet,
Yeah.
Yeah, that we simply need to wait for them to, you know, their lawyer has called Jim once.
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything the last couple of weeks. I think this attempt to collect all these funds have sort of put them back on their heels a little bit. I think there's a lot of resistance from the community, so they were closed last week. I think they're just now reopening. They haven't updated their website in over a week with anything, and so we're just waiting to see what they do.
And back to the money thing is when this begins to happen, I'm sure that Renee and John and everybody's working on this, saying just to get them in service, to be able to survive this possible 3-year, consolidation, where's that money coming from and how much do we need? To me, that would be part of what we'd have to provide them, that our estimates are this, just to get them running properly and then to keep going for 3 years.
Yeah, and our staff has looked at some
Yeah.
general ideas,
Yeah.
but, they're as much a part of this as we are, and we need them to come to the table so we can have those discussions.
right.
And it's not just the pumps and the tanks and things like that. There's places that don't even have meters, or their meters aren't working at all. That's why they're doing this flat charge. So, I mean, anything to get them in operations is going to be
I guess
expensive.
I'm sure that we are keeping DDW apprised of what we've done, what our attempts are, and like I said, we can't do a whole lot.
Yeah, the letter,
don't.
the letter they sent us requires us to give a full report of what occurred in December. And we've been documenting
From
and,
now till
I
December.
mean, there's not a lot to document because nothing has really happened.
That's-
But we do owe DWR a full report, both from us and from Inyokern. But I mean, that's what the letter says, but I mean, that's not going to be a very long report if things go along as they are.
Yeah.
And I just want to say in public, it's in everyone's best interest, both their
Yeah.
best interest and ours, to sit down. Neither of us should want the state dictating the terms by which a consolidation would occur when we have an opportunity to figure that out ourselves.
Right, right.
Well, let's hopefully they'll,
Haven't come to that
conclude.
understanding yet.
No, they have
Okay.
not.
Hopefully our supervisor can help persuade them to do the right thing.
All right. So eventually we might see that on this finance committee at some given time if money starts, because I know that Ty requested that when this happens, you want a full audit of everything out there.
Yeah, send in an auditor to go through everything.
Everything. Yeah, okay. All right. I don't have anything else. Stan, do you have anything? All right. Well, with that, we will adjourn the meeting at 3:35 PM. Thank you.